Hari Om. This video is a translation of our Guruji's online satsang, dated on the 30th of September 2023. Please enjoy the video. Swamiji starts out by telling us about attachment, about how we might be attached to different things, to different people, or ideas of ourselves. We might have noticed that these attachments change throughout our lives, that when we were little, then our attachments might have been toys, mother, candy, etc. When we grow up to be teenagers, the attachment might have been a girlfriend or a boyfriend, how your face looks, what color bicycle you have. Nowadays it could be a mobile device, iPhone, something similar. And during adulthood, these attachments could be your occupation, which kind of car you drive, or what your neighbor thinks of you, for example. But there might also be an attachment to an idea of ourselves. Like, I might think I am this way, so I can't do that. Or my occupation is this, so I should do that. Or I have no courage, so I can't do that. I'm like this, or I'm like that. So these kinds of attachments we might also have. And these attachments also might work as addictions. So say you're addicted to this mobile device. If you can't be on your mobile device, then you feel restless. You feel like something's missing from your life. Or some people are attached to coffee. So if they can't have their coffee in the morning, then they think that their whole day is ruined. Now, Swamiji urges us to focus this longing which the attachment creates on the Guru Tattva, the principal truth. So rather than focusing it on material things, be it inanimate objects or people, it might be family, it might be a significant other, or it might be an idea that we have in our minds about how reality should be. So whenever the reality is not how we think it should be, there is that discomfort. Where is this discomfort coming from? It's the longing for material things. Now we think that the longing is coming from that we are missing something material from our lives. That I am longing for a girlfriend, or a new job, or money, or a new car, or fame, whatever. So this creates depression and anxiety and suffering, because now we have attached our mind, our happiness, on something which is impermanent in nature, when we should attach it to God or to Guru, which is eternal in nature. So one should inspect oneself and realize what are they attached with. So one might go about this by looking into oneself and asking oneself, what am I attached to? Who am I attached to? What is creating this attachment? Why am I attached to this? So Swamiji gives an example on being attached to your own identity. So in India it is said that parents are greater than God. But why is it said? It's not said because the parents want to go on an ego trip thinking that, oh, we are greater than God. No, it is said with the purpose that the children would listen to their parents. Because in a way, the parents are taking care of the children and teaching them how to be good human beings in the world. So they want the children to listen to the parents. It is said according to the role of the parents. And it is also said that Guru is greater than God. But is Guru saying this with the ego? No, he is saying it because of the responsibility that he has for his devotees. It is the Guru that directs the disciple toward God. So the reason that he asks to direct your longing towards him is because it will accelerate your speed by which you travel toward God. But if you have attachments with the material world, it will slow down your rate at which you travel towards God. So directing that longing toward your Guru is directing it toward God. It is also said that the Guru is a mirror. which reflects the image of the God to you. So by pointing your longing towards the Guru, you are pointing it towards God. Next, Swamiji starts telling us about the example of how different fruits and vegetables have different attributes to them. And we can start inspecting this by taste, for example. If we look at an orange is kind of sweet and bitter. If we look at a lemon, well, it's a lot more bitter than an orange. Or if we look at, say, an apple, for example, then it's sweet. And now we start inspecting that how does the vegetable or fruit get these attributes to it? Because if we start eating the soil, we'll notice that it does not taste anything like an orange, an apple, or a lemon. How is this possible? It is the apple tree's natural tendency to pull up the certain elements from the soil in the combination that is required for it to produce this kind of fruit. And this natural tendency we can also look at as genetic code. But in order for the apple tree to grow and to produce its fruit in the first place, it started out as a seed which needed to disintegrate. And the seed disintegrating into the soil symbolizes one's surrender to God or to Guru. Only after the seed has surrendered completely can the tree grow from it. And some seeds are tougher than others. The toughness of the seed is like its ego. The seed has to become soft in order for the plant to start growing from it. And sometimes the seed can be very hard. So for example, the seed of a banyan tree has to go through the digestive tract of a bird before it can germinate, disintegrate, and grow into the banyan tree. So this is the process that the banyan tree seed has to undergo before it can grow. And this process for a human being is their sadhana. So one needs to undergo the process of sadhana in order for the ego to soften up, or the divine to come out of the ego. So the most difficult kind of attachment is being stuck on your own ego. That's the kind of attachment when you are stuck with your identity. And this identity is not letting you grow. It is like a seed thinking they are a seed, so they will stay as a seed. A seed being stuck on being a seed. So how can a tree grow out from that? A tree cannot definitely grow out from that. So the seed needs to overcome this attachment on its identity. So how does one overcome? One can listen to satsang and read many spiritual books, but it will not make a difference if one only listens. One also needs to put the practices that are being told in those books or satsangs. Enlightenment is knowing nothing and being in complete surrender. And that knowing nothing is more knowingly than knowing something. When a farmer is planting his seeds, does he check every individual seed on how it has landed into the soil? No. The farmer knows that no matter what, the roots of the plant will start going downwards and the leaves of it will start growing upwards. By doing sadhana, you don't need to worry about in which orientation you are, because as long as you are doing your sadhana devoutly and with dedication, can the process of growth start taking place. So you don't need to be worried about that will I start growing the wrong way. No, just do your sadhana and leave the rest to your guru. See, in one's life, the guru is a spark, but it is up to the individual to use that spark to ignite oneself. And it is important that one does not question the instructions that the guru has given to them. When the guru gives you a mantra, you just recite that mantra. Don't worry if the mantra is wrong. Remember that the divine being knows the name, what it is being called with. So don't question whether or not you're doing your sadhana correctly or incorrectly. When you are in contemplation of God, leave all questioning aside. Don't question whether or not your sadhana is correct or incorrect. And don't compare your sadhana with others either. This takes away from your devotion and your dedication. And those things are the most important part in going the spiritual path. The devotion, the faith, the surrender, and patience is the most important part. So always keep that with you. It always boils down to the same point, which is that devotion. Remember that it is not only listening which is needed for spiritual growth. Action is also needed. All the satsangs and books have been told and written with the specific time, place and situation of that area and of that time period, and the societal practices that were during that time. But all those lectures and writings lead to the same goal. So one needs to be devoted. That is the only way. Hari Om. My name is Kamlanand. Greetings from the Nispruhyog team. We hope you enjoyed this video on our Guruji's lecture, as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We have just started out making these videos, so if you have any feedback on what we could do better, please leave it in the comment section below or send it to our email. If you would like to be initiated into Kriya Yoga or to meet with our Guruji, you can find our contact detail in the description below. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends and family, so that they can also have the chance on hearing our Guruji's sacred teachings. And if you would like any questions answered, please leave them in the comment section below and we will do our best to answer them there. Thank you for your time. This was the Nispruhyog Kriyayog team. Jai Guru. Hari Om.